Hey, fellow babies, and welcome to a pub chat where we sit down and we ask you the important questions in life, such as you come across a couple when you're walking in the park. They're having sex. How long can you watch before it gets really creepy? And is that time the same if it's dogs? You tell us, fellow babies. What do you think, Dunk? How's it going?
Do dogs watch people having sex in parks? I don't know. Is it creepy?
I once had a buddy. Well, he was a buddy, and he told me that while getting all cuddly with a girl, his dog jumped into the room and licked his butt, and I was just
he liked it.
Well, I never pet that dog again. I'll fucking tell you.
What about his girlfriend?
Yeah, I think I pet her a couple times after.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. As we're kicking off, I see you, Sally Lulls, in the chat there, saying you're sharing the show, sharing the link out.
Yay,
brilliant, love it.
Thank you.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
Thank you. Very much.
It's been an interesting day. I got caught up in a drive-by swiping, a shooting. Well, a sting operation.
Wow. Tell us more. Like, they put up a fight?
Well, there was a bit of a fight. I was just sitting there, and this wasp did fly by me, turned around, came back, and fucking stung me in the eye. It's like, what? What are you doing, you little git? I wasn't doing anything to you. It just went. I'm not having you. Just didn't take a fancy to me, and just turned on me and stung me.
Maybe in building your shed, you cut down one of its favorite flowers, and it's just been biding its time.
Oh no, I haven't done any of that. No. It's got plenty of plants to chew on. And why it decided to chew on me, I have no idea, little git.
They're mean little critters sometimes, that's for sure.
Yeah, I once got stung in really, really closely in my eye by a wasp when I was a kid. Because I was playing around some friend's house and they didn't bother to tell me they had a wasp nest in their tree. Lovely. So there's me climbing the tree, and then suddenly bang.
Oh.
Yeah, and little kid, lots of tears, lots of screaming. And,
yeah, a mouthful of angry wasps as a child. That's a great afternoon. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm coughing my head off here. I'm trying to mute. I hope I'm getting to the button in time.
Hey, that's my job to cough on this show. Thankfully, that's all cleared up now. So hopefully, it won't be too much of that tonight. But,
yeah. In the comments of one of our last shows, somebody said, "Why is Dunk in a swamp?" And I had to respond. Well, it's a take on Yoda from Star Wars. I was shocked that had to be explained. No offense to anybody, but I mean.
What do you mean? What do you mean a swamp? That's just a green screen. That's my house. that's where I live.
Yeah, he built the shed around that to keep it pristine. There's invasive species around.
Yes, damn swamp.
Yeah, but I just I found that interesting. I was shocked at first, and then I realized, well, I'm only a few years from being like fossilized myself. So it only makes sense that some people wouldn't know Dagobah, right?
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself,
Star
how
Wars,
pathetically nerdy is this?
Oh, dear. Yeah. I suppose there might be some people who've never seen Star Wars.
Yeah.
Now, generations now.
Yeah.
You do see those kind of like YouTube videos, where first time watching, I don't know why I keep getting them because I never click on them. But it's like, it's like, what? It's the first time you've. And then I have seen one where, it's first time watching Star Wars. And it's like, no way.
But you want to hear something funny? The first time I found out that people do like, I react to music I've never heard before and it was popular. I searched a few of the bands that I really like, and they're all like 70s and stuff and whatnot into the 80s. And everybody who tries them for the first time likes them because it's really good tunes. And I did that for like 2 hours one day, and I was like, yep, okay, well, I'm done then. Okay. I don't want to hear anything else.
Yeah.
But those people, to me anyway, they get really annoying because every time they cut in, if they don't shut up after like 20 seconds, I'm already sitting there thinking, okay, just get back to the damn song, will you? So maybe I'm not the right viewer for, that stuff.
I did see one the other day. There was some guy watching somebody else's YouTube video about some really, really dangerous river up in near Bolton. What was it called? The Bolton Stride or something. It's like a river that suddenly becomes really, really narrow, like a meter across. But it's like it's the river's just turned on its side basically,
right.
And it's really deep and it's nasty. And anybody who goes in the water dies basically. And but anyway, the guy who was watching the video, he started. Well, I should say, I started watching the video with the guy watching the video. And thought, no, I'll just watch the video. And thankfully, he put the link of the original video in the comments, so I could just ignore what he had to say and go and see the original video with the guy talking about it. Well, So yeah, that's useful.
It makes perfect sense. It really does.
I did see. There's a YouTube channel called Villagers React, where they show it's like I think it's like Bangladeshi or somewhere in India, villagers who have they just never seen anything, right. and they were showing them Star Wars. But bizarrely, they started off with Rogue One before they went to Star Wars.
Wow. Wow.
So I think they were trying to show it in a kind of like an order that they might understand. But it's really strange seeing this little really old Indian guy sort of philosophizing over the story and what's going on in the story and relating to the characters that are in Rogue One to now in the New Hope, because it is a new hope. This is the hope.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, no, if anybody was to ever ask me, Star Wars, the entire franchise, how do you watch it? I'd say you watch Star Wars and then Empire Strikes Back and then Return of the Jedi. And then you go and get copious amounts of alcohol and continue on and just do them in release order. You might as well just suffer it out that way, I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, and anybody who says I'm going to watch Star Wars: A New Hope, he gets a smash in the face from me because it's just Star Wars.
Yeah. I agree there. It's to me, it's the same as the TRS-80. The Model 1 part was only added after they had a 2 and a 3. To me, it's
like World War II.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hopefully no 3.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just imagine that on the trenches. Welcome to World War One. What do you mean one?
And for the longest time, I had no idea what it meant. But it turns out, if you watch Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, TOS actually means those old scientists. Who knew?
I thought it just meant short for tossers. Yeah, it was strange that sort of like adding acronyms onto the end of TV shows. It suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah,
because we did have Star Trek and we had Next Generation, and it wasn't no one was calling it TOS when Next Generation came out. They all started adding them a little bit later.
Yeah. Because you didn't need to, because you had Star Trek and then you had Star Trek TNG.
Next Generation.
Yeah. We didn't need TOS. It was Star Trek. Hence, I mean, if everything was just Star Trek, you wouldn't know if you were going to get, DS9 or whatever, blah, blah. So, I mean,
and then Star Trek Discovery came out and they called it an STD.
It probably had something to do with a weight.
It was a bit crabby.
I watched the first Star Trek Discovery only to find out I was all excited about what's her name being captain of the ship, and then she wasn't anymore, and I was like, ah, fuck this. I did. I was so pissed off. I thought for sure she was the, yeah, pissed me right off. I was, oh yeah, Jolene Blaylock there from Archer's Enterprise, I guess.
Oh yes, the rather attractive Vulcan.
Yeah. What's her name? Jerry Ryan. She's been in Picard now as well. And if you got to give props for people on looks and so on, because it's Hollywood, yeah, she still has it.
Yeah, but they didn't wrap her up in the gaffer tape and corsets that they did.
Yeah, they let her be a lot much cooler this time instead of on display.
loose clothing. Yeah. There's a great channel called Junkball Media who doesn't put out a lot of videos, but he used to do a lot of videos just about Star Trek ships and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But he's just put out a video about the Star Trek, the legacy of the Star Trek, the Shank. Was it called the Shank or the mini skirt dress that the men wore as well in Next Generation?
Yeah, and there was often jokes about that they now say they regret, even though they don't. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with making a joke about wearing a dress if you don't really want to. What's wrong with that? Well,
that was the thing. Was it a scam? Yeah, because they were saying, while on set there was lots of sniggering and stuff like that when people were in it, and but at the same time, it was pretty progressive, to do that. And, And they all stopped.
Yeah.
although having said that, can you imagine, those early episodes with Picard in his little mini dress? Can you take him seriously?
Yeah, but can you imagine trying to put that same outfit on Kirk? No, Kirk. What's his name?
Kirk.
Yeah, he'd have been like, "Why do you think I write in taking my shirt off every episode?" No.
Yeah, now you can see my bra.
Yeah.
We have a member message.
An excellent one at that.
Oh, you gonna do it?
Oh, I thought you were, but you're gonna die coughing in the background. Yeah. Is it? Oh, okay. From Great Grandma Fulton, member for a couple of months now. Thank you very much for that as well. Love watching you guys. We love hearing that. So thank you so much. That was awesome.
We like being us guys.
That's true too. But yeah, thank you very much. I like that kind of stuff very much. I just had to look over. We've had a few moments on this show when we're doing this kind of chatter and stuff where it's obvious that I'm ill-equipped to have a in-depth movie discussion at times. I haven't seen half of what I should, considering the person I am. But today we found a movie that's science fiction-ish that I have seen that Dunk hadn't, and it's out of Britain, no less.
Oh, so it's believed. We're not. I might have seen it. We're not too sure. We're not even too sure what the title is yet. So, Dick, you explain the story and see if anybody can figure it out.
Okay. Here was the way I described it to him. How about that? 3 Brits in a pub end up accidentally time traveling through the bathroom. And I thought that was instant. He'd just know right away. And he didn't have it. I was amazed. Yeah.
No,
Dr. Pooh?
yeah. It does sound like. You're sure it was a toilet door or a police box? No, Harry Potter. Come on, can't be Harry Potter. Was it a comedy? Oh, it's obviously got to be some kind of comedy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm surprised people don't know this one more because it's got a good rating and everything. And the Langoliers, yeah, good one, Dr. Ratweasel, for sure. Should I just say the name now? It's been long enough, right?
Did you know the name?
Yeah, I had to look it up because I couldn't remember, but it's called Frequently Asked Questions About Time Travel. And it's a fantastic movie. I highly recommend it. It's really fun.
Frequently asked questions about time travel.
Yeah, it's really good.
That does not ring a bell.
I'll put it on Dick Flicks for everybody.
Yeah. Do that, please.
Yeah,
I can check it out.
So, coming up here, you see on this side, there's the little drum pad thing there in Old Roland. I'll be able to beat on that, and I got a little keyboard controller that's about to show up too for other moments of musical insanity like we recently did there. I can't do that today because Felix is out the door and up the stairs and within earshot. And if I do that, he'll come running down and whatnot. And then
what, complain?
Yeah, no.
Requests.
No, yeah, he's finally into it now. It's become cool that Dad can play. When he was really young, he liked it. And then when he was about 8 years old, he would just come over and just put his hands on the strings and stop me, and he didn't like it at all. But now we're back to good. Yeah. Yeah, he's picky. But that's okay. You know.
Yeah, you've been training him on song choices.
Yeah. Oh, he does have good taste. You know, he has really good taste.
Well, you probably beat it into him.
No, that's illegal, but
what, even in Canada?
Oh, yeah. Even if they spill the maple syrup, you can't take the rod to the child anymore.
In this country, the rod means something else, but I won't go into
that. Leave your personal vegetables out of it. There was a couple of things in the news that I had specifically set up to bring up as we were going. And then earlier today, I deleted that folder when I was cleaning up my bookmarks by accident. It was really funny when I did it too. I was like, "There,
a brilliant segue into nothing."
Yeah. I thought I was actually between the lines warning you that I didn't have a lot on tap right now. I'm kind of just, I'm more the bounce off than the. Yeah.
What, you want me to bring all the stories?
Yeah.
Oh,
talk about that stick in your hand. No.
Twig.
Yeah,
you should see the other 4 feet underneath the water. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. The mongoose are just chasing you around, aren't they?
It's like an iceberg. You only see the tip.
Hey, what's the plural of mongoose? Is it mongoose? Is it mongooses? Mongeese?
Mongai.
Because geese and goose, mongoose, mongeese. I wonder. How the hell does that? How does that become the topic of anything in life? What the hell is wrong with me?
It's whatever pops in your head. Pops in your head.
Unfortunately for us all. I when I was a kid, I got into BMX bikes when I was, I don't know, about 78, 79. Mongoose were first bringing out their good bikes, and I was lucky enough to get sponsored by them, and I got free bikes for 1.5 years, 2 years. It was fucking great.
What, a mongoose sponsored you?
Yeah. Cute little guy, too. Well dressed.
Big hairy thing.
Oh, yeah. Hates snakes,
horns.
but, yeah. But, yeah, it was cool. At first, I think it was called the Team Mongoose, and then I got the Super Goose when it came out because it was better. But then I started playing guitar more, and, girls and drugs started looking appealing off in the distance, and I was off doing other shit. Anyway, let's not go right to debauchery already. We're only 21 minutes in here.
Oh, it's nearly the end of the show then.
Yeah.
No,
Alan Kinwad had a mongoose as well. Cool. Awesome. Plural is mongooses, Theresa says. So, okay. Yeah, why is deer never deers? English is crazy, Shayna. I agree there too. Or what is it with people in pickup trucks? They can never put the S on beer. So if you talk to them in the morning and they're all hungover, they say, "Oh man, it was crazy. I had about 20 beer last night." Why isn't it beers? Why do it's people in pickup trucks and red plaid, those fluffy jackets? They always do that. They never put the S on the end. Why?
Now you see, the thing is, this is not good conversation pieces because you're making me have to think. And as soon as I start doing that, my brain locks up. And I can't answer.
Hey,
I can't answer your question.
Hey, MJ in the chat says that's so Canadian, is it? I actually, in all my times, like in the States touring in bands and stuff, I never actually noticed if they do the whole 20 beer. Yeah, I wonder, is that just Canadian? Eh?
Well, it's like if you get like a 6-pack, you get a 6-pack of beer. You don't get a 6-pack of beers.
No, but a 6-pack is 1 pack, no plural. Right? But when you get those rednecky types, then the first conversation in the morning they have is trying to one up each other on how many beers you drank, as if it makes you cool somehow to, like, bring your liver one step closer to non-functional. I don't know.
But you put on your feet a pair of socks, not a pair of sock.
Yeah, but why do we put on a pair of pants when they are just one? It has 2 legs, but it's one item.
Well, maybe once upon a time they were put on individually and stapled to your underwear. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe 501s used to go all the way around to the backside. That's funny.
Hard-hitting topics here.
Yeah, this is where you come for, like, that do your own research YouTube education. It's right here, folks.
So we had a question from Merrily08. How did the Shills first meet up with Starsky?
Well, I think he's still in the chat, but M2M, Rocket Man himself there, although he doesn't wear crazy sunglasses, I don't think. Yeah, not anymore anyway. But he was the one that first found Starsky.
He's still a massive queen.
Yeah. And we did a couple of shows with him, and we all just had such a great time doing it that that's that. Starsky became one of the shows, and we just do a weekly show now. That's it, Like, he's not a guest, We we more and more try to make that show more of us hanging out and stuff and talking about everything than just news, because there's so much news, and that's all he ever does when he's on other people's shows and stuff. We just like to make it more of a place where he can hang out and talk about foods he likes and movies and music and just be himself.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting when Ukrainians kick the Ruskies' butt out of Ukraine, and we'll still be. Thanks for the interruption. Yeah. We'll still be there doing Ukraine update with Starsky, post-war, and just talking about life in general. And everybody other's channel will be kind of like stuffed, hoping a war will start somewhere else for them to talk about.
That's a key point. We would be stuffed if the bigger show we did had nowhere to go afterwards. Whereas we'll continue streaming with Starsky, and he'll take us on tours of places and stream remotely from places and show us and share and stuff. And we'll have get-togethers at some point because there's some plans. And I mean, he's one of the team. It's not going to stop.
Well, the thing is, as far as Ukraine is concerned, after the war is finished, there's still going to be a lot happening in Ukraine. So there's still a lot of lots of news to be gleaned from him. Yeah. But everybody else who's concentrating on the war will have nothing because it's done. But also like you say, we'll have a lot more to talk about.
I'm really I'm looking forward to being able to do some music with them, trade tracks back and forth and whatnot. I really can't wait till where Starsky and I have the time and availability to like co-write a couple of songs.
Yeah,
freaking amazing.
When you can put the AK-74 down and pick up a guitar instead.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't play guitar, does he? He just belts into the microphone. Plays keyboard.
Rose is saying buffering there in the chat. I got 0 drop frames over here, both network and render. So it would probably be local YouTube going out to you. I would suggest refreshing the browser or whatever for sure.
Yeah, it can do that.
Yeah. I've got horsepower to spare over here. It's rarely me nowadays. A lot of you guys know that because quite a few of you probably helped contribute towards me getting that Mac Studio I got. And that's why the show is just so easy for me to do now. I barely even have to think.
It shows.
That's awesome. I love it. I can totally focus on the conversation better because I'm not worried about pushing the system too hard. I can do whatever I want, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, everybody else seems to be good. So, yeah, good. Okay. We were sorry, one sec. It's that's the CBD pipe, and this stuff is very harsh on me, but it keeps me like all agile and stuff while I'm sitting here for a while.
Oh, Jesus, I could do with some of that.
Oh, yeah, it's helpful sometimes for sure. We were talking about music a little while ago, and we were talking about we'll have to do an evening over on Shills U coming up where we both we both do our best so that each time we take a turn playing a song, we're bringing something to the table that we're pretty sure the other person doesn't know. Right, but still within the realm of yeah, for sure. Hey, check that out, man. Old man pipe. I got another one here too that's got the same shape. It's when you're all shaggy like me, like I got a lot of hair. You need something that keeps the lighter further away from you. It's just absolutely a necessity. But we could have some fun with that. It would be really cool too to do something like that with Starsky around, right?
For sure. Yeah.
The last little night we did over on Shills U, you know how we got away with it during the show playing the music? It was blocked about 4 hours later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to show my younger son some of the music you were playing, some of the really cool stuff at the beginning. The cool stuff at the beginning, not the rest of the shit. But because there were some really cool tracks, and I think he'd have liked them. I can't expect me to remember them.
Yeah. I'm not even sure what I played and whatnot, to be honest. Speaking of which, I did score today, or actually it was a couple days ago now. But my son and I were over at the thrift store, and somebody must have donated some records that were basically brand new. I scored Hall & Oates, the record with Maneater on it. I scored Triumph Allied Forces, soundtrack to Grease, the Payolas, the one with Eyes of a Stranger on it, Stevie Winwood, and Doucette, Mama Let That Boy Play That Rock and Roll. Yeah, I scored all of them, and it ended up being about $40 out the door. That was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
No ABBA then.
Yeah. No.
I had to think there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, not really. That pause was for effect. There was an ABBA's Greatest Hits album there that was in great shape, but I left it for somebody else who would actually want it. I would just be buying it because it was a clean record, cheap. I wouldn't play it.
No,
I actually
Felix
wouldn't.
might.
I wouldn't even allow my guests to play it, to be honest. My mother loved them and played them all the time, and it was just poisonous to my Rush 2112 loving ears when I was a kid and stuff. I couldn't stand it, man.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, but what can you do?
Well, I mean,
We can still be friends.
yeah, but I like a lot of the Bee Gees disco-y tunes and stuff. I mean, there's some really good music in there. Yeah. I don't have. It's not a bar fight for me to say that anymore, like it was when I was like 25 years old. So. But yeah.
Yeah.
Level 70 in the chat says you can still buy record players. Oh yeah. A year and a half ago or whatever, I bought my son and I an Audio Technica, like a decent turntable. It's even got the preamp built in, so you can plug it direct into like powered speakers and stuff. You don't need the phono preamp.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I think Audio Technica is the only company that's doing a reasonable job on that. At a fair price.
Oh, we got it. We got it for under 200 Canadian, and just the cartridge, the needle alone is like $75 to replace or something. Like they're basically giving them away, Oh, somebody, Marshall Jones, Jeff Healy. I met Jeff Healy at his club in Toronto, man. I didn't actually know the guy or anything, but I got to meet him a couple times. He was freaking awesome, dude. God damn, could that guy play? He was amazing. That's that blind guitar player. Remember when I played him on the show before? I think I showed you. I can't remember, but he's deadly.
Can't remember.
Yeah. He was on David Letterman jamming and, oh yeah, he was cool. Oh yeah. Let's see here. We have a shout out to do here as well. We got to talk about your situation with the roof dunk, because holy God, dunk had a little slight leak in the ceiling. So they put a bucket under it, and then they called the crew over. The crew came over, and they would be, like 3,000, and that's British pounds. So he was like, holy shit. And they were like, yeah, we're going to come over in a couple of days and give it a total once over, but you're looking at $3,000. So they go up again, and they start looking more, and they're like, oh no, you see, all this is screwed too. So you're looking at $6,000 minimum to fix this roof. And as a lot of Dunk's a visual effects artist, right? And so with the Hollywood strike going on and everything, he hasn't earned $1 since that strike started. So $6,000 to fix a leaky roof for his family. And, I don't know if most of you probably don't know, but his wife's in and out of the hospital all the time, and life is very tough that way as well. It's just overwhelming and too much. So we're doing some fundraising to see if we can't put together 4 or 5 thousand British pounds of this to take the stress away and try to figure this out for him.
Yeah, there was a lot of stress today. The wife,
I can only imagine,
breaking down. Well, because she missed out on the whole summer because she's been in hospital, all the time.
Yeah,
she's just come out, just come out, and this has happened.
Yeah,
we got no float, no money. The savings are dwindling because, like Dick says, this strike.
Oh fuck! You've been sitting on jack shit for what, 4 months, 5 months, or something?
6, practically. Yeah, and the worst thing about it is because I'm in post production. Even when the strike's finished,
it's going to take 3-4 months before you get a job.
I know. Right,
everything's got to be mostly shot and ready before you're even requested.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's yeah. So I hate doing this, but I am looking for some help if anybody can. And the only thing I can think of saying is once things are all back to normal again, I can pay it forward in some way, and you, the community, can
historically, if people actually knew, you'd paid it forward before this happened, because there's been times in the past when a shill in need was provided for because you were able to. So that's another thing, right?
True.
Your karma's already in the bank, where I'm hopeful that we can, make a dent in this. And, we'll be bringing it up over the next couple of weeks on all the shows, because it's just like emergency situation, right? And the longer it goes before it's repaired, the worse it gets, because now you have water ingress. And as such, it's just going to start tearing the hell out of everything.
Yeah, I mean, they are coming in on Monday. It's just got to go on the credit card. It just means that I'll be paying off the fucking interest on the credit card forever instead.
Yeah,
so,
for like
yeah,
4 years. Yeah.
I'd rather not be doing that because then that it basically costs 10,000 instead.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, and with all the big businesses making so much profit these days, I'm sure I'm not playing with credit unless of absolute emergency right now, so I wouldn't know offhand. But I bet rates are not exactly friendly.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Right, there's no fucking way. So yeah, we'll be shouting this out. Yeah, it's just before winter and everything too. Hey MJ, it's just the worst of everything, right? Absolutely. So anything direct to our PayPal link that goes through Streamlabs bot there in the live chat. You can also find the link in our description, the direct PayPal link. It all just goes direct over to Dunk and the family.
Yeah, thanks, Dick. Thanks, everybody in the community. Even if you can't help, I can see your support in the chat, and that's appreciated as well. Just
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
yeah, and hope for the best, and we'll see what we can do. Right? We don't expect from people, right? But
no.
Because we've never been that way. I mean, we hardly even ever say like, share, and subscribe. It's not, it's not who we are.
We do. Like, share, and subscribe. That helps.
Yeah, I know. It's the Canadian in me hates it. That's why you do it. I don't want to participate in doxing anybody, but I have like a real name. But so somebody sent in $7.88 Canadian, so it was probably a $5 American donation for Dunk's roof.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, yeah. See, I knew not to say anything. It was PJ CNET sent it in.
No way, PJ. You love. I'll never call you a bastard again.
Actually, you'll have to take back a couple.
No, PJ. He's an amazing character because. We first came across him as he's a flat earther and anti-masker, anti-COVID, all this kind of stuff. But it's sort of like I'm starting to realize now that PJ does that to other people.
Yeah,
not us. He likes to poke the bear, and to be honest with you, PJ. Boy, are they easily poked.
Oh, you must have a blast.
I've seen you in the chat on other streams, and God, it's so easy to wind them up. So easy. Yeah. So, thank you, PJ. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because PJ CNET is absolute family around here, as you all in the chat know already, right? Yeah. He's been a friend and family around here for a long time now, Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah, thanks, buddy. Thank you. Where do we go next? Did you want to talk about the broken bidet and how you have that really bad bruise on the inside, or was that private?
On the inside of what? My butt.
I was leaving it there. There.
We don't have a bidet. We don't live in the 1970s here, We don't have. Well, what we have is a toilet where you can lift the seat and lift the lid and then the seat, and there's a sponge just dangling in the side of it. It's on a stick.
Yeah,
that's our bidet.
Guy named Caesar said it was the greatest way to clean up.
Yeah, and I'm going to be doing a fundraiser to replace that sponge. In another 5 years, so watch out for that one.
Yeah. There's time and place in life when somebody says, "Oh, they don't make them like they used to." Well, when it comes to cleaning up your backside, I'll take modern day anytime. Couple of more shout outs to do here. One that always gets the button of fun. NANA. And NANA dropped $200 into the Dunk Roof Fund.
My God, NANA! Oh, thank you so much, man.
Boom, baby. Well done, brother. Well done.
Holy shit.
And Wayne the Sign chucked in for $25 as well.
Yay! Thank you, Wayne.
Wayne the Sign donation for Dunk's roof. All right. Well done, fellow babies. Well done.
Although we're still not entirely sure how to pronounce his name.
Let's see here.
Wayne the
Scene. The sign? The scene?
That's a river in France, isn't it? The Seine.
Yeah.
Wayne the Seine. But that doesn't work because it doesn't rhyme. It's got to be Wayne the Seine.
Wayne the Seine. Maybe it's just if you sing it and kind of just mush it together, you get it right.
Right. Wayne the Seine.
See?
Wayne the Seine.
Good job.
You notice I pressed the wrong button first.
Oh yeah. But why do we fall, Dunk? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up. Felix was watching Batman quotes earlier, so it's in the brain. I got to do that thing to you now where I go and refresh my drink, so I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay, so it's all on me. It's my show now. So goodbye, Dick Dawson, and welcome to Donk's Sunday Stream, where I talk about whatever I want. And have you ever taken your underpants off and stuck them on your head and walked through the park? Or is that just me? Is that a bit strange? I mean, taking your underpants off in the park is, not a good thing to do in the first place because, you get letters, mostly from the police, but, you'll get letters. So my advice to you is don't do it. Don't do it. What else can we talk about? Are socks supposed to be able to fit penises? Because, well, I just got a child sock. Oh, he's back. It's okay. I can shut up now. Hooray!
All right.
He has no idea what we've been talking about.
Actually, this time I did forget to put you on speakers.
That's good because you have to go back and check.
It's probably best I don't. Let's see here. We were going to talk about, we were going to get serious tonight because Dunk's Dunk's in a rare position where everything he fathers goes to jail. And,
hey, well, are you telling me something I don't know? What are you talking about?
No, I'm just making a sly reference that I thought was greatly funny. And, yeah. It worked for me on multiple levels.
Are you been looking at movie quotes and references and working them into the show that I don't understand? I think I just made one up, and that probably made it even harder to catch. Everybody, please, answer this interesting movie quote that Dick Dawson's about to make up.
Oh, okay. Here,
which movie wasn't this from?
I do have a recommendation when it comes to media. Even if you're not a basketball fan in any way, shape, or form, I can't recommend enough a new TV show that's been out for the last year and a half, Winning Time, Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. It is phenomenal television. Absolutely fantastic. I really recommend it.
You told me about that. And like you say, you're not interested in basketball at all.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I watched basketball a little bit in like 79 and 80. Yeah.
I don't think even show basketball on TV over here.
No?
No.
But yeah, but the show is fantastic. It is fantastic. It's awesome. It's really, really good.
Guess what? Aussie T's been there. He's been gifted some memberships. And they go to, let me just scroll up a second, Rick Sanchez, Dr. Ratweasel, brilliant, Kurt Brubaker, Blazing Dragon, Funny Bones, Mr. Oh, that was it. I'm just starting reading names, just carrying on. So well done, everybody, for being gifted memberships.
Yeah,
Cool.
very cool. Thank you again, Aussie T. The absolutely, like, nobody on YouTube has gifted memberships like Aussie T ever. YouTube should give you one of those golden play buttons, Aussie T.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's like, well, we can't gift him to, like, you know, the top tier membership on, because you can't do that. I mean, that's so frustrating. You can't actually do it yourself.
In about another week or so, we got a whole bunch of new merch designs and stuff going up, and Mr. Spock is going to get a discount because of something I said. Guess this first, and Mr. Spock was first, right? And we'll do one for Aussie T as well.
Ah, yes,
yeah.
That means I've got to get busy doing some merch then.
Yeah, we need the drunk raccoon.
Yes, I know. I'm working on it. I'll do it. It's coming. We've got to need a name for our drunk raccoon character there.
What's a name when you think of a drunk raccoon? I mean,
Dick.
No. It can't actually be me.
No, we can't call it Dick because then we get confusing.
I mean, like, a few people in the chat said right away for me it was Rocky.
Ah.
Right? Not Rocket Raccoon, but Rocky Raccoon.
Yeah, Pucky.
Yeah, there's Rocket as well, AF, for sure, right? But it's a little bit fresh with Marvel and everything,
Baxter. It's an interesting name. Why Baxter suddenly comes up?
That's not bad.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Carl, hey MJ.
Ricky Raccoon.
Yeah, maybe his father's name was Robert.
Funny Bone says, thank you for ever gifting me a membership. That was Aussie T.
Yeah.
You'll see. Now you're here. You'll see his name a lot.
Yeah.
Stanley. Shirley.
But don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, Shirley. You can't be serious. That'd be great.
Yeah. We'll have to figure something out, But yeah, we need the new dude for sure. What else has gone on in the world that we should ignore and move on from?
You know what? I haven't even looked at the news today. I don't even know what's happening out there.
I know China's being real pricks towards Taiwan. I really hope for the sake of everybody in Taiwan, they just back the hell off. But it almost looks to me like they're doing, the world is still letting Ukraine get, attacked by Russia without anything more than just a few sanctions. And China already has so many restrictions and sanctions and blah, blah. I mean, there's not much more you can do. Well, they might as well just do what they want. So I hope it doesn't happen.
God, what a shitty world we live in, honest to God.
There's so much bad, this, like, we've talked about it before on the Ukraine show, but the majority of the world sees the lines as drawn, right? Like, you can't just start pulling out guns to expand your territory. It just doesn't work anymore. It's over. There has to be the civilized in civilization, right?
Yeah. It's like you go into space, look down. There's no borders. There's no there's no lines on the planet. Well, except when you look at the that satellite that puts the borders on all the countries. But
Yeah, I've been down near the equator and I never once saw a big dotted line.
Funny thing is, if you go to Greenwich, where the time starts, there is a line. There's a great big line in the floor.
Oh no! Maybe Tom Hanks is going to center another movie around that line this time.
Oh Guild.
There was they did a movie along the Robert Langdon thing. It was called Inferno. And I tried watching it twice, fell asleep both times. I was like, I'll take the hint. I didn't bother.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the third one, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, because I worked on the other two, but
yeah, young Obi-Wan was in the second one, bouncing off the roof with a parachute, right?
That was in Angels and Demons.
Yeah, isn't that what's his name?
No, that wasn't young Obi-Wan.
No,
you're thinking of Ewan McGregor. No, it wasn't Ewan McGregor.
Oh, but he's in that one, right? Isn't he?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I'm really confused then. I don't know those movies very well.
It's the other guy who's in lots of stuff and then went quiet.
When did Liam Neeson become the guy that just does 5 or 2.5 star or 5 star, however you look at it, action movies? When did that all happen? Did it start when he did the bad guy role in Batman? Because that's
what bad guy role in Batman?
Well, in I don't know, one of the Dark Knight movies with that really growly voiced Batman. Isn't he an Aussie? Huh?
No.
Who?
No, wait. No, you don't mean Liam Neeson, surely?
Yeah. Liam Neeson plays Ra's al Ghul in what's his name's Batman movies. God damn it! Who's that guy? Isn't he an Aussie?
Irish. Liam Neeson's Irish.
No, but the guy who plays Batman in them. Oh my God, this is confusing.
This is movie mania.
Siskel and Ebert, the drunk years. Christian Bale. Yeah, Christian Bale played Batman, and Liam Neeson was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson trained him, right?
Oh, right.
Right? And
yes.
yeah. So is that when Liam Neeson became this, dead-faced action actor? Because that's all he does now.
He did one. I did one with him, one of his early ones when he was like that kind of like, rogue character who's out for revenge or whatever. He was quite good in it. It was quite tame. Then he did one where it was more gung ho and beaty uppy, and it was really good. I was thinking, God, this he'd make a great Bond. And then essentially that's kind of like what he's gone on and done. The same kind of action hero, like dad taking revenge because daughter's been kidnapped or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Because he seems to drive the undrivable vehicle while being shot at and save the it just every movie now is Liam Neeson does action stuff and everything goes boom.
Well,
that's the movie. Right?
He sort of became like Steven Seagal. Without the
bullshit baggage,
without the hair, or without the eyebrows, or without the
all the stupid things said in
the
public.
Martial arts,
yeah,
the racism, the sexism, yeah.
That's funny.
But then Bruce Willis was doing that. He was kicking out a whole load of movies before
before everything
his
set
illness.
in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that makes sense. I get that, right? The guy loved doing it. That sucks too. Yeah,
did he love doing it?
He in interviews and stuff, he always came across as somebody who really loved acting. I think, and yeah, he was cool. Hudson Hawk. Our only thing I know about that movie is that everybody said it was terrible, but then afterwards, people like it now. It's one of those,
Mm-hmm. Marshall Jones in the chat says, "Will there be another Bond movie?" Is it really over? Of course, there'll be a Bond movie. You don't think they're letting that one just like slip away?
Oh, as long as somebody holds the rights to the name, there will be yet another movie.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's Mickey Mouse who's playing Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll not let that one go easily.
I wouldn't doubt that Disney's in the background right now going, hey, you guys are old. Why don't you sell us the franchise?
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
We got this guy here who's looking for a new a new direction in his career. Yeah. Yes, that's the way to go. Yeah, shh, Mickey, just be quiet. Just be quiet. Don't give the game away yet.
Mickey Mouse is the spy who cheesed me.
My name's Bond, James Bond. Boop, boop.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Well, that'll probably be what it comes down to, right? I mean, once the people that had the original vision are gone, it's kind of hard to have as much, nostalgia or whatever, or something for the franchise, the property, the product, whatever you want to say. It's like now that Lucas has nothing to do with the Star Wars franchise. Some of the diehards don't care as much. It affects it affects things.
Well, I mean, let's face it. George Lucas didn't have much to do with Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because he was too busy doing Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
So he let other people.
Probably why it's the best movie of the franchise.
It's the best movie of the franchise. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah. Funny that.
His version of Star Wars was shit until they actually fixed it in the edit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that wife of his for years, she was the one that took his dribble and turned it into coherency, right? Yeah.
I know.
But his somewhat inability to write good dialogue and so on and whatnot, he did come up with a universe that mattered to a lot of people. And that's what really counts, I think, in the end.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like as hard as Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica and a few properties have tried, no one has quite done the Star Wars thing. Star Trek's close, but just look at the movies and the profits and stuff. Star Wars wins.
Well, the thing is about Star Wars is they brought so much stuff to it that's impossible to replicate in any way. It's like the lightsaber. They brought the lightsaber to the screen.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, I wish I thought of that. Because it's like no one else can do that anymore.
Yeah.
You can't be the one to bring a light. People have tried to do like lightsabery type things, but it's never the lightsaber.
Yeah.
And that was so iconic.
Oh, yeah. And the whole thing with the Force and the sort of pseudo religion of it, right?
Yeah.
Now Star Trek got the transporter, which is cool, right? But all it is a plot device to save CGI and stuff for shuttle flights.
Save time.
Right?
Yeah. But then they came up with the holosuite, which was
that's brilliant.
Constantly breaking down.
Well, yeah, of course.
Why would you fit that machine? It's just constantly breaking down.
If you're gonna say that, though, in saying that, there's no way I would have even set foot on the Enterprise. We bounced into a meteor. Everything's down. We're fucked. Great. Nothing ever responds when you need it. For some reason, nothing was configured properly the first time. You have to reconfigure everything.
Oh,
some of the jargon's funny.
It seems so easy to, redirect energy through such and such a bus to blah, blah, blah. Did you do that? Yeah. No.
I know.
You take like 6 months to do that. No, you just we'll just redirect it. It's like saying, well, I'm gonna redirect my Ethernet through my USB 2 cable into my monitor lead, and then that's going to go. The monitor is going to become the access point for my internet, and fixed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I can turn this pie plate into an explosive device, then And then there's the classic Geordie LaForge. Yeah, I can do it, but it's going to take time. That's poor Geordie. 3/4 of every episode where he wasn't the focus, like that stupid robot that he's kind of embodied or whatever, that probe. His dialogue was damn near the same every show. If we could, then maybe, possibly. Can you do it, Geordie? Yeah, but it's going to take time. And that's all he ever said.
About, well, we've got 30 minutes of the show left. Hurry up.
Exactly, yeah.
I'll do it for you in 20.
Yeah. Yeah, the writers didn't like him much. And then whenever there was like a Geordie LaForge episode, it was always just hopelessly sappy. And in the end, he still like is the loser guy. Like that's not fun. Falls in love with some chick that's a hologram. And then he meets her in real life and screws it up. Fuck the guy. That was hilarious. I must have hated him. Reading Rainbow, though. Yeah, Andrew, you're right there. Great stuff. I'm not razzing on LeVar Burton too bad. I mean, he was given what he was dialogue and direction wise. What are you going to do? Right. That's part of it.
Yeah. It was no Scotty. That's for sure.
Right at the end of the Star Trek Strange New World season 2, they introduced a Scotty.
Yeah?
Yeah, in a really great way, too. Yeah, it was funny. It was really good. Well done.
Was he at the bar?
Actually, no, better. I mean, he wasn't stuck on a Dyson sphere, just, that was funny when they did that on Next Generation. They slowly worked through most of the original TOS crew, right? Doing little cameos.
I do love Simon Pegg. That was the name.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing about Scotty was kind of funny because he was invariably drunk in many of the episodes, whilst in uniform.
Yeah.
You couldn't get that away with that in the 21st century. Never mind the 23rd.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm sure the Federation isn't just a bunch of gym palaces.
Yeah, it's like HR would be on his butt straight away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he just had a flask.
Yeah, and you were eyeing up that Orion dancer, you dirty fucker.
Yeah.
Whilst on duty.
Here, we'll do this because in honor of the Orion dancer. Where the hell's the button here? There we go. I think that's what that's supposed to be a version of.
Is that right? Is that right? Is that a right? Are the Orion ones the green ones, or which ones are the blue ones?
I don't know. Blue ones are. Oh, I can't remember.
I can't remember now. Oh.
There was a blue one that was a friend of the captain in Archer's show.
Yeah, with the antennas and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Dorian.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. Thanks, Don.
That's it.
It's good. It's good. We've got these people here to keep us straight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like our own green room. Just with facts.
Very much so. Oh yeah. Coming up here in like the next couple of days, there might be something that's very cool for some of you. Obviously we got some geeky nerdy people in the chat, and I have a bunch of original comic book artwork and stuff, and it's going to be auctioned off coming up like this week on a Shills eBay account. So we'll give you the link coming up.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's like the pen and ink original stuff from the comics. Guy's name, the artist, is Igor Corday. He was signed to Marvel at the time. And Yeah, I'll dig them out coming up here on a stream, and I'll show you a few. But there's some good stuff. There's like Storm and some other pages. And you can see right here behind me, those are the pages from the Gorn dossier, a Star Trek TOS graphic novel that's from like the 90s. They're it's the last 3 pages of the graphic novel. And those are the ones that were actually scanned to make the graphic novel. Those are the real ones right there. I got a bunch of other ones too. There's a whole stack of them. Plus I got some from Tarzan, Tales of Mugambi. I've got some of the cellulite or whatever they are, the color
cellulite.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I got the film sheets that they use.
Celluloid.
That's it. And they're like the full size ones from, I think it's called The Machine and a few others, but I'll let you all see it and stuff. But yeah.
Oh, what's The Machine?
I don't know, another graphic novel or comic from the 90s, maybe early 2000s.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that on celluloid, would they?
Well, these were
is it like painted on acetate? Is that what you mean?
No. These are like these are after scans. They use these to then go on to the print process.
Right.
Yeah. Or maybe this has something to do with the layering of the pen and ink and the color. Somebody that knows comics better than me would know. But when I show them, like anybody that knows would go, "Oh yeah, cool." Not animated level 70. This is all for like print and stuff. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. So I'll show. Yeah, I'm gonna put it all up. I'll just use the Shills email and make a eBay account, right? You know, that way it's easier to shill it out to everybody. You know, should work. I think.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder what else we could put on there.
Well, yeah, CF Beauty and I were talking about it, and she had a couple ideas and blah blah yada yada. So yeah, you know, might be a good idea.
I might empty out that guitar wardrobe.
There's a lot of stuff in that, I bet. Holy.
Well, none of them are worth anything. They're also like, needing repairs and stuff like that. They were the ones I was going to, build up back in the day. They're just like stuff I've got. But,
yeah. I've got a bunch of classic computing retro stuff and whatnot. I did sell some of it off a couple years ago, so I'll probably get rid of the rest. I just don't bother anymore. I have an NVIDIA Shield TV. I just play retro shit on if I want to. I don't need the real devices. I don't have enough space to have all that stuff. I've got a couple of classic Pentium setups I got a Voodoo video card set up with a Sound Blaster, something or other, like a real classic retro setup and whatnot too.
Maybe I can auction off my classic DKG custom guitar, the Gardacaster.
Oh,
maybe I can sell that. Go towards roofage.
Yeah. You got a couple of nice ones like that. Like
I wouldn't want to because I love it, but
yeah, exactly right. Exactly.
It was the last. I still haven't finished it. It's been sitting there for 4 years waiting to be finished. But yeah, it was the last thing. The last thing I built before my eyes started going, and I just couldn't do it anymore.
It was the same for me with like fixing cell phones and stuff like that. There's no way I could struggle through that anymore with tiny parts and stuff. Forget it.
Yeah.
It's too much. But it was fun when it was like, not so fiddly. Nowadays, trying to fix cell phones and whatnot is just, one step from impossible, All this adhesive and everything, it's garbage.
Yeah, I remember once I repaired, was it my iPhone or an old iPod Touch? I think it was an old iPhone. And there was a switch. I think it was the main home switch was broken. And I rebuilt the switch by cutting my own copper contacts and stuff. They were
okay.
They were like 0.5 millimeter wide, and then soldering them into the position and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and it
cool.
worked.
Yeah,
it worked. But Jesus Christ, how fiddly! How fiddly was that?
Yeah, totally right. Yeah. All that stuff's too small for me now. I mean, building a PC or something, fine and dandy, no problem. But
yeah, you can nail one of those together, no problem.
Yeah. Although I'm back on Macs now, so that doesn't even matter, except for some of the people I help with tech. I still do some tech support stuff on the side, just not so much now. Well, we're coming up on 1:15 or so. I think we're pretty close, eh?
You and me, we're like this.
See what an hour can do.
We can wear each other down to the nub.
Oh yeah, just like Knuckles being dragged across the cement.
So why don't we remind the viewers what we got coming up this week?
Well, let's see. We got the 42 show on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Yeah. And that goes out at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 p.m. UK. And, about a half an hour, 35-minute show of funny stories and headlines you need. We've got the 42-minute later show, which is kind of what we just did, except a little bit more based on the world and stuff after the Friday show. So about, 10 after 7, 10 after 12 in the UK. Saturday afternoon, my time, early evening.
8 p.m. UK.
Yeah, 8 p.m. UK, 10 p.m. in Ukraine. We do the Ukraine update show with Starsky. And then on Sunday, we're back to sipping alcohol.
Back here again.
Yeah, doing this again. Yeah. So
make sure you're there.
That's right. Yeah, indeed. Once again,
miss the show.
Thanks to everybody who pitched in there to help out with Dunk's roof issue.
Yes. Please. Thank you so much, everybody.
It's a huge, expensive kerfuffle, and we'll be bringing it up lots because, we're going to try to make this as easy as possible on them as we can, right? Yeah. We might as well just say thanks to everybody here while we're at it, right? Yeah. So big thanks to CF Beauty in the background, running everything for us and whatnot, taking care of the mod team and so on, which had BME and Shayna Caldwell and the Kraut, NANA, M2M, all on the thing, as well as PJCnet, a donator as well with NANA as well there too. So big thanks everybody, big thanks. And we should do that whole like and subscribe and Discord thing, right?
Oh no, you don't do that.
No?
Don't you do that because you're too Canadian. No, I'll do it. I'll say, so everybody, no, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because those sort of things really help the channel. And if you like, come back and leave a little comment. If there's anything you want to add to after the show, just click on again and open it up and add a little comment because these sort of things really help push the channel. And the more we push the channel, the better it's going to get. I promise you, because we get more support and lots of more viewers and lots of suggestions
and more alcohol.
Now, and I don't think we need any more. And we've also got the Discord running because you people wanted it. So don't forget to go there and chat in the Discord. It doesn't cost you anything. And you can always throw suggestions for any of the shows in the suggestions box. If you've got any news items or anything like that you'd like to see us bring up on the 42 shows or anything you want us to bring up in any of the shows, just chuck it there. I think Dick's might just shut up, so I'm going to shut up now.
I was chucking things. I was making the motion.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
yeah. Chuck things. Now you got to go pick them up now.
No, they're just on the desk. It's okay.
You should see the floor behind his monitors. It's just stuff everywhere.
Oh, it's gravel. I'm outside. Good night, everybody. Take it easy out there.
Thank you, everybody. Good night. Love
Good night.
You. Kisses.
It's over. Go home.